Yeah, Ethan Downs was talking about just how you guys really set that standard and how you've kind of gone in each and every day, just kind of, I guess, with the overall mindset of, I guess, a new way of looking at things through your lens. And he came up there and said, I guess, earlier that, what was it that I'm trying to think of the word that he used. I guess the faith driven that you guys profess throughout the whole locker room and making that a standard inside the locker room for that, I guess, somebody can come in and cause a problem, or that if the wording in the locker room is, I'm trying to think of the word, I'm sorry, sir, that the wording was that insidious. There you go. Insidious nature inside the locker room. Can you kind of talk on that, where that came from, that belief, and where that stems from?
Just a word that, and again, it doesn't have to do anything with faith. Insidious behavior is just something that we have to guard against as a football program. And I don't have the Webster's dictionary right in front of me, but the gist of it's like it's slow, it's incremental. Sometimes it's not noticeable, but it has harmful effects. Okay, it can be an act, a decision, a person. Okay, but it's a behavioral thing. And so, for me, I've always had my guard up. And I don't know if assuming the worst, but I'm being guarded against, again, little things. So it's just, it's having a clean locker room. It's, if there's trash on the floor and we walk by it, that's my standard. If there's trash on the floor, I walk by and you see me walk by, then that becomes our standard. And so the insidious behavior, it's wearing the right workout gear to workouts. It's showing up on time. It's showing up to meetings with, a notepad and something to write with. It's going to class and being engaged, not being 30 minutes late to a tutorial appointment. I can go on and on and on. But for us as a program, as we build our foundation, so I asked Jaden Gibson day back in February, I brought him on a note card, insidious, with the definition. I said, who knows what insidious is? This is 6:30 in the morning. Insidious, who can tell me what insidious is and what it means? What is it? What's the word that comes to mind? And Jaden Gibson, of all people, young freshman, from Florida, wiping the sleep out of his eyes, he says, "Coach, is that like cancer?" I'm like, "It's like cancer." And so, what's the cancer? What's cancer do? Well, it multiplies. If you don't get it out, it multiplies. And so for us, man, just guarding against the cancers. And it's the little things. Again, being desperate and fundamental to doing the little things right. Character matters. What you do in the dark is going to come to light. Who you are when nobody's watching, that matters. And just trying to get our guys in a very practical way. Just do what's right. Right there. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone's doing it. Right is right, even if nobody's doing it. I mean, that's not spirit driven. That's very practical. Just living the right way. And then being prepared here to reinforce it. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for insidious behavior, and I'm going to correct it. It's like your own kids. Okay? And so we as a staff have got to be, persistent and relentless and consistent at demanding our guys just do the little things right. Just discipline. It's common sense stuff. Just common sense stuff. But accountability and discipline and structure, we've got to be the bumpers on the bowling alley and keep our guys out of the gutter. Young people that's just what they do. They lose their way, they lose their focus, and our job is to guide them and nurture them and take them where they can't go on their own. But hopefully you're planting the right seeds, and then next thing you know, you got guys that are late coming out at the halftime because they're in there cleaning the locker room. That's what it looks like. That's a good problem to have, right? It is. Trust me, we're going to be a championship program. That matters. That matters. and to keep the insidious behavior, out of our locker room and out of this program.
Who are the two guys that can clean it up at halftime?
Probably two guys that would be no surprise, Dylan Gabriel and Marvin Mims. Not Ethan. Ethan was, no, it wasn't Ethan, so.
Okay, sorry, there's one more. Kerry, I told him he could ask one too, Coach.
I know you got a lot you want to work on. You didn't feel like anything was perfect today, but you step off an airplane, you watch, Bob kind of take this program back, and go through a bowl game. You start building this program, hiring your coaches. You've gone through spring. You had a record crowd. Is this kind of a milestone for you today? I know there's probably no, looking back and it's not your style and stuff like that, but stopping to take a breath is not probably in your vocabulary. But has this been a milestone day for you?
I think it was a very important day because it brought the spring to a close for us. And what I loved about today is I thought we put an exclamation mark on this first 4.5 months. And mission accomplished. And the number one reason why is because when we showed up today, the mindset was right. Our attitude was right. Our focus and intensity was right. That's what has me fired up and excited, and knowing, again, we're going in the right direction. And seeing, again, a ton of improvement, and whether it's programmatically, it's staff and it's staff buy-in. Okay, again, the whole staff has to buy in because the players are paying attention. Okay, if you got one staff member, he's like, well, hey man, he's not enforcing what I'm asking him to enforce. That's insidious behavior. And I have no problem correcting that if it happens. It hasn't happened, but it might, and I'm looking. So from milestone, that might be the right word. I think this was it was an important moment. It was very important that, again, this ain't just a practice. We started, and we had a little walkthrough yesterday of what we were going to go through today, just how we're going to stretch, just how everything was going to be just detailed, how we're going to stretch, and then what are we going to do in the Walk of Champions, and to end it with we practice, singing the alma mater and lined up on the 50. We practiced in here first. Me and Woody Glass got up here and we sang it. Yeah, it was pretty good too, I must say. Didn't we, Dylan? Was it good yesterday? See, thumbs up. And but we had just a couple of guys playing Johnny Jack around, okay, and jacking around the back of the line, talking to each other, and man, we're trying to stretch the right way. We're trying to clap at the same time, paying attention. And so I had just a brief moment where we had to have a coming to Jesus, but we got it immediately fixed. Okay, and same stuff like that. If I let those little stuff like that go, I can. Oh man, I hate being the bad guy. You know what? I will not grow weary of that. Okay, and next thing you know, you're gonna have excellence all the time. Not perfect, anything, but we're gonna have excellence. Okay, you get what you demand, you get what you inspect, and that's how we're gonna run. This program. There'll be plenty of issues that aren't good, but our attitude and mindset non-negotiable, and so that's what I loved about today and everything kind of leading up to today, and then moving forward. What's really exciting is now you got true transformation time. It's getting ready to start, like real. All right. Get all 10 toes, man. Dig them in the ground here, and time to go to work. But we're going to finish up finals here in another week, and then our guys, we've got close to just under 30 guys going to do paid micro internships. Caleb Kelly through the Soul Mission has got those guys. He did a great job of bringing in a group to help our players learn how to interview the right way, put together some great resumes, really sharp resumes, and then they competed. These companies came on campus, and we had an opportunity for our players to compete for internships in industries that they're interested in when the game's over for them. And so we're going to have a big reveal for them in about another 8-9 days. And so they can choose. If they had 4 companies that chose them for internships, they have to choose one. And then we'll fly them wherever. We'll put them in a hotel, and then they'll get real workplace experience for, up to 10 days, and they'll make some really good money, and they'll learn, get some distant back inside knowledge of different companies and again industries. And then we have just under 40 guys going on a service trip during that time as well. So I learned the value of servant leadership and giving back, and just gain a new perspective. It ain't all about you. Make it about other people, serve, others. And so I'm excited for them, to have that opportunity as well. And then they'll have whatever it is, maybe another week, and then they got to get back here and we got to get to work. And our players, it's going to be player-led. Our staff will be here when we're allowed to be, our strength and conditioning staff. But my expectation is there's going to be a lot of sacrifice, by this group of guys. And for us to have the kind of season that this group, Team 128, has never had, they got to be willing to do the stuff that they've never done as a team, as a unit. There might be individuals that's who they've been, but as a team, that's what they've got to hold each other accountable to that. So I'm excited to see that organically happen.
Is Johnny Jackground related to Jimmy Green?
What?
Is Johnny Jackground related to Jimmy Green?
They're different. Yeah, they're definitely different people. Johnny Jackground is not on the same planet as green beans. All right. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Yep.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.